there are 5 huge things you don't want to miss in GTA Online this week, including a free car, massive discounts, returning fan favorite vehicles, and even some money bonuses that can still make you some pretty nice money overall. This event ends on August 21st, so if you want to save some cash, stack some money, or unlock some limited time rewards, make sure that you do these things before then. First up, we have some pretty rare vehicles, which also includes some returning vehicles. I typically include these things because you might not be able to get them again when the event ends. So at Simeon's Auto Shop, we don't actually have returning vehicles in this one, but the cars inside here this week are really rare. If you guys did not know, these ones will all have the new drift tuning, and arguably one of the best ones there is the Drift Walton L35, which is completely free for 2 weeks. It is worth mentioning that technically it will not be free inside Simeon's Auto Shop because it will have some upgrades already applied, but even still it will cost you around $60,000, and for technically a new car, this is really nice. Another thing to really quickly mention about the Drift Walton L35 is that you guys cannot actually take off the drift tuning of this one, and I really see this as a double-edged sword because drift tuning does cost a lot of money, about $200,000 to apply in the LS car meet, and this already comes included with it. But if you wanted to not have drift tuning and you don't really like it, you are kind of stuck with this one. Still, it is completely free on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. For some returning vehicles, we had the LS car meet test track. You could find the Grotti Cheetah, the Lampadati Pagali, and the Western Rat bike. Out of these 3 ones, I would probably go for the Cheetah. This is just the standard stock Cheetah, a really nice throwback vehicle. If you guys have the garage space, I would probably recommend trying to get it. And just bear in mind, you can test drive Simeon's Auto Shop vehicles and the LS car meet vehicles as well, and I always suggest that you do that. The premium test ride is a really nice one as well for those of you with the HSW upgrades. This Hakachu drag bike is easily one of the best HSW vehicles even to this day, so if you guys have the spare cash for this, I would recommend picking it up and fully upgrading it, and just like before, you can of course test drive it. Moving on now, we do have some special livery unlocks. The first one is for the Rune Shebarek Drift, and the livery is called Painted and Shaded, and it also says here that it is a limited time livery, so after this event ends, you might not be able to get it again. And the second one is for the Dinka Jester RR, called the Drift Gorilla Green limited time livery. Unlocking these things seems really simple. Either complete a drift race, or instead just complete a drift race in the Dinka Jester RR to unlock both of these things. In terms of when you actually get these rewards, it should be within 72 hours of completing a drift race, and even at the time of recording this video, I am still yet to get both of these things. I don't know why Rockstar takes so long to add these things to different accounts. I mean, we have seen this type of issue before in the past with different clothing unlocks, and if anything, it is pretty annoying. I really wanted to put on the Dinka Jester livery. If any of you guys are watching this video and have done these things, and maybe even already unlocked both of these liveries, make sure that you leave a comment. Still worth doing before the event ends. Another great option that this event included was the discounts. I genuinely think that the discounts this week were so good. We had a 50% off the LS Car Meet membership, the Drift Yosemite, the Kavos V6, and the Dominator FX. And with this event as well, the Kavos V6 and the Dominator FX do have the drift tuning upgrade, so it might be worth checking these ones out on their respective websites. A 50% discount is always so good, and even for those of you without the LS Car Meet membership, getting that for $25,000 instead of $50,000 is still really good. You will not have to pay for it again after you buy it. And then for a long list of vehicle discounts, we have a 30% off all of these ones on screen. I'm not going to read them all out. However, to highlight some of the cars that I think are worthwhile, I would say the Dinka Jester RR, the LSCM Cheetah Classic, potentially the Cypher and the Stinger GT are probably my favorite ones here. And don't forget about the Higgins Helitours business having the discount as well. Definitely worth picking up, especially if you guys have the hangar business. Buying Higgins Helitours after purchasing the car wash business will get you a 10% sell bonus. The last discounts were at the gun van, where you guys could get a 30% off the Open Atomizer and a 40% off the Precision Rifle. If you don't have the Open Atomizer, this is one weapon that I think is just really useful. It does have unlimited ammo, but there will be a cooldown period in between shots. If you guys are driving a normal car, or even maybe doing a cell mission, and you get a vehicle stuck somewhere, maybe upside down for example, and there is no way of you flipping the car yourself, the Open Atomizer will really help. I have used this countless times in the past. It could potentially save you millions of dollars in cell missions. At this point in the video, we now move over to the free cars from the event. The first one being the Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle, which was the weaponized Tampa. A really nice car, just having the weapon on top, along with some really nice customization options, for example, the proximity mines. I think this is a great great option, and considering you only need to spin the lucky wheel, I definitely think it's something that you want to try and focus on. Also remember, you can just close your GTA application if you notice the lucky wheel is not going to land on the free car. I tested this last night on PC, and it also works on PC if you guys Alt F4. Just make sure that you do it in enough time. If you do this every single event week, you are pretty much guaranteed to get the free vehicle, and especially this week, it is 100% worth your time. The second free vehicle was inside the LS car meet. It was the Karen Kaliko GTF. If you want to get this, you need to place top 4 in the LS car meet series for 2 days in a row. So super doable this event week. Even by the time you guys see this video, which might be considered normally quite late, about halfway through the event, you still have enough time to complete this. It's only 2 days in a row, and the Kaliko GTF is a super nice car in my opinion. I still remember one of the speed glitches with this one, which made it the fastest vehicle in GTA Online for quite some time. I also believe it can be used in the auto shop robbery contracts. And just remember, there was one more free vehicle, which we have already covered, inside Simeon's auto shop. So in terms of free vehicles this week, I do think this is a really nice one. Definitely worth it for all of them. I don't even think these free vehicles are bad. For example, in some other event weeks, we have seen some really poor free vehicles, but these ones do seem really nice. And in terms of value, you are getting a lot. And the fifth and final thing that you also want to try and do this week will just be our standard things from the event. So we have the new FIB file, salvage yard robberies, time trials, and also weekly challenge. Typically with these type of videos, I would not put the weekly challenge in the same section. However, it is obviously a weekly thing, and so are the other things, so I think it makes more sense. I always think that you guys should try and do these things each and every single event week, mainly the FIB file and salvage yard robberies, and time trials if you guys can. They always make you some really nice and solid cash, and once completed, you can then just focus on the other things from the event, or even your standard businesses to make even more money. At this point in the video, I also want to mention some things that I probably could include, but I decided not to because I did not think they were too good. It will obviously be our bonus money. So we had a double bonus on LS Car Meet Reputation. This is surprisingly good. It will come in super useful if you guys are doing auto shop robbery contracts or something, or even just inside the LS Car Meet a lot of the time. Hopefully you guys have got some really nice levels inside the LS Car Meet. I probably leveled up at least about 20 times in this event week alone, so super useful. I wish it was permanently doubled, with there being 1000 levels in total. There was also some double money and RP on the featured series and the community combat series, and also double money RP and also LS Car Meet rep on the LS Car Meet series. So things like drift races and drag races, another really nice thing you guys could do to level up inside the LS Car Meet fast. I do think this would probably act as quad RP on the reputation. I could be wrong though, I have not really played too many drift races. I've only played about 5 or something, but could be a really fun way to get up the ranks fast. Just before we end this video out, I also want to go through with the GTA Plus benefits. Now these things will not end on the event week's refresh date, but just in case you guys miss these things, because sometimes GTA Plus things can be quite hard to find, I think the game actually will tell you guys now. But nevertheless, we did have a free new car called the Pegasi Torero XO. Definitely worth it, obviously with it being free. We also had double money and RP on Simeon's contact missions and the auto shop robberies. A new chameleon paint, 50% off auto shops and the drift upgrades, 2 clothing unlocks, and all of these cars inside the Vinewood Car Club. I think this is obvious, but the best thing here is definitely the auto shop robbery contract. Honestly, I do hope this one lasts the entire month, because sometimes GTA Plus and Rockstar seem to change these things around every week, and I do suspect we might actually have the Simeon's contact missions for the entire month and not the auto shop contract. I would be really surprised if Rockstar did keep the auto shop robberies as the active bonus. But yeah, that will wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you think about all of these different items, but for the most part, I do think these are the best things that you want to try and complete before this event refreshes on August 21st. Make sure to leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this entire event. What have you guys been playing specifically? Maybe you guys have GTA Plus and have just been grinding the auto shop robbery contracts and making millions of dollars. And as always, if you guys went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, leave a like. I do appreciate your support, and if you are new here and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.